Hi. How we doing here? I think the bell's ready.
Are we all ready to go?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Are we poised? We set?
We're poised.
Right?
We're set.
And in 5,
4,
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Woo!
Here we are.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, let me scratch my face again. Here we go.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Good evening, everyone. My name's Mark Allen Lovewell, and seated right next to me is Molly Canole.
I'm glad to be here.
And we're here to present a nice little show for you tonight.
That's right.
Outside it's raining, and other parts of around here it's snowing.
We heard that it's snowing in the Chesapeake, and it's coming our way too.
We also got a message that it's snowing in Pennsylvania. Our followers in Pennsylvania, Itzy,
Yep.
we say hello to you.
Hey!
And anyway, welcome aboard to our show.
We're nice and warm by the fire. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley's all fired up and ready to keep us nice and warm and cozy here. And we're going to give you some warm and cozy music for warm and cozy on the inside. How about that?
That's what we're all about tonight.
That's right. We are just doing warm and cozy. That's the theme. So I'm all in my nice wool sweater here, right by the fireplace. If I sort of go somewhere in the middle of the show, I might be overheating a little bit, but that feels good. It feels good.
Not too big a flame, right? Not yet. Anyway.
Good. It feels nice and warm.
So we'll start off with a fishing song, Sarah.
That's right.
Fishing boat Sarah.
That Mark wrote. I love this song.
I wrote this. I can't.
2018. Wow. That was
6
before
years
this
ago.
show started. I love it. Good song.
The idea is to honor our family-owned fishing boats, our family-owned fishermen.
That's right.
You know, the family-owned fleet.
And there's some on the island that we know. We know a lot of them from our friends from Fisher Poets out on the West Coast up to Alaska. There are a lot of them out there, and we're rooting for all of them.
The trend is, as you all are aware, is to economize, and the farmers, the family-owned farms. Those things are
Harder because it's
hard.
like bigger is better,
They're
but
scarce.
maybe not.
They're more scarce.
Yeah,
And well, the
it's
same
hard.
thing is on the waterfront. You know, a fishing boat that's owned by a fishing family.
That's more rare.
It's
Yeah.
rare. So this is called Fishing Boat Sarah. It's not about a boat,
Precious.
a real boat. It's a sort of like a conglomeration of different stories wrapped into one boat called Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah rose through the waves, sailing out to the sea, carrying a net full of our hopes and the dreams of a family. She is a fishing boat, she's our home, she's a home away from home. Rising, rolling, and rocking, Sarah carry us home. Carry us home. Through the Quicksole Passage, at dawn we're bound far away, leaving the town, the bright lights, and the sounds of the day. Leaving breakfast on the table, leaving our daughters and neighbors behind. We're heading east to the fish. Sarah, carry us home. Carry us home. The best measure of what we do is not the fish in the hole. The biggest payback isn't when the fish are sold. We got memories of Grandpa, Highlander back in his day. We're carrying his story. Sarah, carry us home. The diesel engine sings below the deck, the wake swirls behind. I tell you something about who we are and the sparkle in our eyes. Doesn't hold a coin to the women we left at the dock. The garden in the backyard, the clothes hanging on the line. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Hauling in that net, our friends by our side. By our side. We are off on Georges, watching the whales swim by. Plenty of room for all of us when the fish finally arrive. I don't know what you're talking about. This small boat belongs out here. We're doing all right. Sarah, carry us home. Carry us home. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Hauling in that net, our friends by our side. The pilot house windows fogging, the radar spins round and round. Coffee's burnt, it's too hot, the autopilot is down. The net is coming back loaded, the seagulls are drifting nearby. We're done our fishing, Sarah, carry us home. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Hauling in that net, our friends by our side. wishes we all carry makes being out here so great. That our loved ones are cared for and their dreams they are met. We all want good weather. We want a lot of fish out here. We're turning to the west. Sarah, carry us home. Carry us home. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Hauling in that net. Our friends, our daughters, our grandsons, our granddaughters,
All those people
all our kids by our side.
I love that song. I love it. It's so good.
All right, we can go home now. We did that.
It's so funny when in the lyrics of this song, I was thinking about this song as I was recently reading Tella Adson's book.
Tella!
We're going to see you soon at Fisher Poets. Tella Adson is a wonderful,
We love her.
Wonderful writer.
Commercial fisherman.
Commercial fisherman. She writes about her experiences in Alaska.
Alaska!
The thing that stood out about this song and her writing, because she's talking about heading west to go catch the fish, because she's on the Pacific, and east to be coming home. So while I was reading her
reverse
book,
here.
which is called What Water Holds, which is an excellent, excellent, excellent book. I highly recommend it.
You have
I
it
had
here. You
to-
want to go
I had
wave
to
it?
think-
You want to go grab the book?
Yeah, I'll go grab
Oh,
it. Yeah,
she's
yeah.
gonna go.
I'll go grab it.
Molly
I'll
will
be
go
right
get
back.
the book. She's been reading it. No
Yeah.
kidding.
I'll be-
And we got a good. And Ashley, our wood stove is all fired up right now. I don't know if you can see it, boy. She's up and burning right now. I'm feeling the heat over here. Anyway, it's just so good to have you all here tonight. Please tell us where you're from. We're talking. Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah,
Here's
we'll
the
check in.
book. Wave
We'll
it at.
check in. All right, here's the book. Here it is. Tella Adson, Aadsen. What Water Holds.
An enormously
Wonderful
multi-talented lady.
Wonderful stories here. Oh, it's so good. So good.
She's the best.
I really enjoyed reading it very much. And I
We-
can't wait to tell her in person.
We go out to Astoria. We're going to go out in February. Anyhow, we love hanging out with the folks out there. And Tella is just a star. She's a celebrated lady. And
We got some other stars with us, too. We better say hello. We got Ted Stevenson here from across, over east, across the Atlantic. Thanks for tuning in. We got Eric and Dawn here across
Oh
the
my
water
gosh,
as
Eric
well,
and
just
Dawn.
not quite as far. Hello, Woods Hole. We got
actually, I
Carol
think
and
they're
John
down in the
here.
Carolinas. They're down there. I
Oh,
think they
right.
just posted something
They're a
on
little further
Facebook of
away.
a
Right.
looked like a presidential motorcade of some kind. Anyway.
Boy, we got
There-
Carol and John here. We got Lorraine. Lorraine's here. Lorraine lives in New Jersey. We
Yeah.
got
We
got some good representation here. Joanne,
I want you
from
all to feel
across
good.
the-
I want you all to feel really good tonight. So
Yeah.
please share with us where you're from.
Yeah.
Because I want a collective we. I want us to feel like we're connecting
Yeah.
coast to coast. I love that.
We
I love
are.
that when people, and I think you feel well too. I feel you feel better too if you know you're connecting in the experience of others with
We've
others.
got Joanne here. Joanne is seconding that Tella's book is fabulous.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
gosh,
put
yeah.
it down. Yeah, I know it really. What
Joanne
good
knows Tella.
storytelling. Yeah,
They-
and so
they-
Joanne's from Astoria here, so we got quite a lot of geography represented here right now.
We got both coasts here tonight,
That's
which
right.
is no
Isn't that
surprise to
nice?
anybody. But yeah.
Yay!
I want to give you an update on right whales. We've been following right whales very carefully around here, and we care a lot about them. We care about them a lot. they're endangered, they're threatened, and the story about man's ability to bring about their recovery involves everybody. It involves scientists, it includes fishermen, it includes naturalists,
All kinds of boaters, any
whole
kind of
com-
boater.
a whole boatload of people are involved in trying to bring it back, and it's very hard
It is.
because we have challenges for us, and the whales they're starting to show some signs of improvement. There are reports this weekend of calves and being born, but anyhow, the good news is that just this weekend there's a story about 80 right whales, almost a third of the whole population, were hanging out off the coast of Maine and New Hampshire, Massachusetts, in a place called Jeffrey's Ledge. Now, Molly and I kind of know that area because we were there this fall.
We were close to it. Yeah.
We were out in a whale watching vessel that took us off to
Off of
Stellwagen Bank. And on the northwest corner of Stellwagen Bank is Jeffrey's Ledge that goes, I mean, you really have to look at a map. But the good news is the good news is that anytime you could get 80 whales together, hanging out together and having a good time, I think that speaks well.
They must have been having a concert or something, because man, that's awesome.
And I remember like 20 years ago, the first report that I heard of right whales gathering was off of Rhode Island. There are about 70 of them gathering there. And this is west of Martha's Vineyard. And so I wrote a story about it. It was very exciting news to have whales,
That's a lot.
gathering. And so
That's a lot of whales in one
so
place.
we want to share this good news with you.
That's right. So we're going to do a little reel, an Irish reel, because that's a happy little tune to celebrate.
Yeah.
That's right. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, go. it's always a gift whenever I can do a tune and not send notes flying in other directions. It's just to go through. I don't know how many of you are musicians, but I think you all can relate to the ideas that
Sometimes it's like, oh shoot.
it's a little like making dinner, when you start chopping the things and then all of a sudden things start flying across the room and you have to go get down and pick them up somewhere. I don't know how many of you are really good at cooking that haven't had that experience. I think we've all gone through it.
We've all gone
You
through
start
it.
chopping the vegetables or the carrots and they start flying everywhere.
That's so true.
Well, I feel that way. I feel that way strongly about my music. That sometimes
the vegetables go flying.
that's right. They go into the other room.
That's
and I have
right.
to, oh my gosh, and then you have to go get them.
All
All right. Well, so we all watched the TikTok event.
The crazy stuff that's going on with that. So we got to tip our hat to one of the things that TikTok did really well, which has been getting sea shanties out there. So this is the one that took TikTok by storm. We're going to take it by storm ourselves.
when this tune was on TikTok, my world really took a shaking. I mean, you can actually go to my website and see. I wrote an article about it. It's because when we're going to do the Wellerman song, and many of you know.
Yay!
Oh, I have to do this to the second fret. All right. So
Oh,
this is
yeah,
the
yeah,
cable.
that's right.
Where's the cable? Oh boy. Here it is. So anyhow, when the Wellerman, there was, oh my God, that tune. People were on TikTok and they were grabbing it.
And so many fun versions of it,
And everywhere I traveled, somebody'd come up to me and say, "So have you heard it?" And then my daughter asked me, "So Dad, you got to learn this tune." And I was reticent to the idea, but I did eventually come around. But no matter what you think about it, whatever you think about it, the overview is that a lot of people learned about sea shanties. They spelled them differently than we do here in New England. But
that's okay too.
it raised the bar on terms of awareness and whatever. And my website took a major hit.
Yay!
And then I wrote an article about it, which is on the website, about what's going on. And boy, that took a hit too. And what I did was I summarized links to the New York Times, to the different publications, because it wasn't isolated. This was a worldwide event that took place. The New York Times, the Guardian, all newspaper media wrote about it.
It was a big thing.
It was a big thing.
And it's a great tune. So we're going to do it.
And it's about a right whale. It's a right whale on the New Zealand waters because
The
they're
other
different.
kind of right whale.
Well, there are right whales in different parts.
Yeah.
We hear a lot about the right whales in the Atlantic, and they're in trouble. The right whales in the South Atlantic are okay. They're doing okay. I'm not sure about what they're doing in the Australian waters, but there are right whales there, and right whales we love them.
Yeah.
We want everybody to be all right.
Yeah.
So we
Let's
do
do
just
it.
start with an instrument. Do I start with an instrument? Or what
I
do we do?
don't think so. I think we just go for it.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow and came down on low while a Billy boy blow. Soon may the Wellerman come, bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She not been 2 weeks from the shore and went down under a right whale boat. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands aside, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come and bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not on greed, for he belonged to the whaleman's creed. He took that ship Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. All boats were lost, there were only 4. Still that whale didn't go. Yeah. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the line's not cut, and the whale's not gone. The Wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and all. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. We'll take our leave and go. We'll take our leave and go.
Yeah.
Molly has a TikTok account. I never got a TikTok account.
Well, somebody told me specifically I had to go on there and watch the Wellerman song. That's why I got it, actually. So I'm just the classic case of got to watch the sea shanties. So
Anyway,
got to do it. Yeah.
please
Oh,
comment. Please give us some feedback on the topic.
We got a fabulous comment here from Lorraine. Am literally chopping veggies for stew and carrots are flying. I was so there yesterday. I was making a soup and the carrots were flying. They do that, right?
They do.
Hey, Melissa's there. Melissa, we hope you're okay in the snow. We're glad you're getting some. We hope it's not an overwhelming dose, but just a pretty dose of it. I think that's what
Melissa's
we're
a
gonna get.
wonderful lady from the Chesapeake, and she posts regularly on Facebook, and I love to follow her and whatever. She comes up with these little words of wisdom, which are just heartwarming.
That's right.
Heartwarming. She's a heartwarming lady, and she's in the Chesapeake, and
As are all of
and
our
you met her,
friends
and
here.
Molly met her. Molly performed in Baltimore.
That's right. And Melissa came, and that was the coolest thing. It was so cool. I loved it.
The stories of this show we could put into a book. No, we won't do it. But anyhow, the good news is that hello, Melissa. We're thinking of
Yay!
you. All right, let's see what we got here. We got.
I think we got another little tune we're going to do. I think I'm going to do a little flute on this one. Star Above the Garter. That's another little Irish tune. That's a fun
Yeah, we
one.
love the Irish.
That's a fun, jaunty
the
little
Irish.
one.
All right, here we go.
This is a jig one, I think, right?
Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3. you're chopping those vegetables. That's what I'm thinking of.
I love it.
Oh my God.
We got a few carrots that flew by in that one. I love it. It's all good.
my God,
Makes a good
really.
stew that way. I love it. All right. Oh, now we keep flip flopping across these different seas tonight. We're going all over the place with these tunes. We just went to Ireland. Now we're going across a couple of oceans again, aren't we?
That's right. I just want to sneak in. We say something nice about the fact that our year is going to look busy, and we've got a house concert coming up in February. You want to talk a little bit about?
Early
We're actually
February.
going to a home in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And we could do this in your home too, but just to alert you to the fact that we're going to have a house concert.
Ooh, and
And
I
we'll
got to
give you-
show a
We'll
prop.
give you an update about it. We'll give you an update in the weeks ahead. But it's just such great news to be able to share the fact that we're actually, not just performing in our home, not just performing here. We perform in other people's homes. You want? There you go.
We're performing in the home of Jeannie Suzel, the artist who made these awesome. Wait, let's switch it. We're in the wrong places here.
All right,
Here
come
we go.
over here so the mic
There
can
we
pick you up.
There we are. So, see, isn't that cute? She made these of us. Aren't they awesome?
Handmade. Those are
Handmade.
handmade models of us.
Hand knitted. They're just amazing.
You
I'm
have to
gonna go
decide which
closer.
one is me and which one is Molly. I don't think it's hard.
They're so cool. Anyways, we got invited to Jeannie's house. So we're going to have a wonderful
We're going to her
concert
house.
there.
We
Isn't
did
that
this
so
last year, and they filled the living room with
I'm
all
gonna put
kinds of
them here
wonderful
next to me
people.
now. They're going to sit here next to me. I love them.
We had a great show, and it was such a good, warm-hearted. It was cold outside, but we were warm
Oh, everybody
inside.
sang along. It was wonderful. It was just terrific. We can't wait. We
So
can't.
I just, it's important to let you know that we're not unreachable. We're available.
That's right. We're
And
available.
we take calls, and if we see you in the grocery store, you can say hi.
That's right.
Because people do. They let us know what's going on. So anyway,
Well, now we're going to old Maui, and we're thinking of Hawaii for a couple of different reasons. Your son, Alan, is on his way to Hawaii right
we're
now.
back. I don't know whether he's there or
Something,
coming.
one of those things, and also we're thinking about it because of this really big volcanic action which is going on down there. The
Over there. I don't know.
Kilauea has been erupting and shooting lava into the air like 200 feet. I mean, I can't even imagine. I guess it's really visible, and people are flocking all over the place to come see it. The good news is that it seems to be not in any kind of an area where it's going to hurt anybody, so that's good. But
And Hawaii is a big
What a
part of
spectacle.
our story about our New England whalemen. Our New England whalemen
that's right.
in the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s traveled around the world in pursuit of whales.
And that's what
And of
this
course-
song's
goes-
about, right?
And that's this song we're going to sing you is called Rolling Down to Old Maui. And I had an opportunity, I don't know, 15 years ago to take a trip to Hawaii as a performer, a folk singer,
Isn't that cool?
sea shanty singer, to join with other storytellers at the Bishop Museum in Honolulu, and we performed and tell
How cool.
stories about this amazing link, connection between New England whalemen, New Englanders, and the Sandwich Islands. And of course, we all know that story. You know that Hawaii, then the Sandwich Islands, was a country. It was its own nation, had a king and a queen, a most peaceful going country with Polynesian, just amazing richness in story and richness and legacy and such. It's not all a positive story. It's actually a sad story because we whalemen went in there and I won't say we invaded. We didn't do it. We didn't do it with guns or anything, but we used the Sandwich Islands as a stepping off place to provision our vessels and to do the work that needed to be done to bring whale oil back to the coast. And that story was the first time that the Sandwich Islands people had an experience of us white folks, and there was a lot that went on. There's a whole legacy of it, but we're connected to Hawaii today, going for that reason, for that original reason of that connection. And we made friends. There were connection. It was not like an invasion or anything, though I've heard different stories. But the idea is that it was a huge piece of New England. And when I was out there, so this song it paints a
Comes from
really
them.
pretty picture of the whalemen.
It's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song, and it's a warm-hearted song, and Hawaiians love it too. And I have such high regard and respect for our Native Americans out there, because they have this huge legacy that they still carry on to this day. And if you walk through the Bishop Museum, you're astounded by the stories of this amazing nation before we ever got into our
A
ships.
beautiful
And
culture.
just beautiful. And the music, oh my gosh, they're just awesome folks.
Oh, that doesn't sound there.
There we go. Once more we sail with a northerly gale, abounding over me. And soon the hills of the tropical clime will be in view again. 6 sluggish months have passed away since from your shore sailed we, but now we're bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui, rolling down to old Maui, boys, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a favoring gale to our distant island home. Our mainmast is sprung and our whaling's almost done. We will ride the ocean's foam. Our stunsail booms were carried away. What care we for that sound? A living gale is after us. Hurrah, we're homeward bound. Rolling down to old Maui, Lord, rolling down to old Maui. A living gale
I think we already did that one. Should we make one up? We'll just make one up.
Let's do the first one then.
Yeah.
Once more we sail with a northerly gale, on a bounding autumn mail. And soon the hills of the tropical clime will be in view again. 6 sluggish months have passed away since from your shore sailed away. But now they're bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to Maui, rolling down to Maui, rolling down to Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale, rolling down to Maui.
I love that. I love how the theme of the evening has become carrots.
I
love
learned
it.
more about telling stories about Martha's Vineyard's history by hanging around with the natives of Hawaii.
Isn't that cool? That's really cool. We are a global community.
One generation to another, you watch them tell the stories of their upbringing, their growing, the heritage, the history
The
of
culture is so rich.
that. And to be quite candid with you, here at Martha's Vineyard, we take it all for granted. We got pretty. I mean, I'm sorry, I might get somebody mad at me for saying this, but
Well, we
I
don't
grew
hear
up.
it
I
enough.
grew up in a culture
We
of
don't hear it
saying,
enough.
"Wow, yeah, that's cool," but we didn't get into the details. We just, oh yeah, we knew we were descendants of
Yeah.
whalemen and descendants of the settlers and
And
whatever.
the Wampanoag community
And the
here.
Wampanoag community were telling their stories, and we have ours, and we should be we should be proud of our stories. And there are some pretty awful things that happened that we did to our Native Americans, and we should know them. We should know those stories, and we should be familiar with our stories. And then all of a sudden, if you have that flavor in the back of your mouth, you can start living in your island community with a greater depth of understanding.
And that deepens the whole bonds of all the community, because understanding each other, that's the first step
Thank
of
you.
being a community.
See, Molly's so good at summarizing what I say. She calls it right to, she calls it as she sees it. But it's true. Don't you agree? Please comment. Please comment, because we're
Yeah.
often hearing the story. People don't appreciate each other's history, and we need to. We need to do that. We need to share each other's
We do.
stories.
And we have more in common when we listen to each other's stories than we do differences. And that actually leads to our next song. It does.
This is how we segue into a tune that Molly wrote last year.
Just not
This
that
is not
far
a
ago.
200-year-old song like we just.
This was just before Thanksgiving. And this we actually performed it for a Thanksgiving kind of event. And so it's really all about being thankful for the things that we share, and a lot of these things, it might kind of make you think of those things too. Things we
Isn't
have
that
in
cool?
common.
So we're hoping that we can feel a little bit of warmth in our hearts tonight.
Yeah.
Despite all the
we
things
gotta
that are
share
going
that.
on around us.
There's a lot of carrots flying around.
It's not ours. And
It's not just our
not
carrots.
related to
There's
our dinner.
eggplants
Not
flying
related
around
to
too.
our dinner or our musicianship.
That's right.
There's all kinds of stuff floating around.
That's right.
Flying around.
Flying around. So we're going to focus on all the beautiful things. This is a song about those. All right. Ready? Yeah, here we go. Sunshine, a child's first smile, breaking leaves on a windy day. Blue skies, friends that stay and laugh, are blessings that come our way. Dancing, a song to sing, a stranger lends a helping hand. Kind words, a partner's love to share, blessings fill a thankful day. There are blessings that we live for, blessings we don't know, blessings that we wish for. God, we pray, blessings as we go. Climbing the clouds so high, rolling down a hill on grass so green. Strong arms hold an open door, more blessings another day. Crying a pain so deep, a blessing comes in the peace of sleep. Deep fear, justice cries for relief. Please let blessings come in your embrace. There are blessings that we live for, blessings we don't know, blessings that we wish for. God, we pray, blessings as we go. Passing through this lifetime, I've known joy and I've known pain. I hope I've shared all I've received, been a blessing, lived as a blessing, like the blessings I have seen. There are blessings that we live for, blessings we don't know, blessings that we wish for. God, we pray, blessings as we go. Blessings come and go. God bless us as we go.
What a great tune.
Thank you. Thank you.
What a great tune.
Thank you. And we wish all those things for you. And I'm sure you guys could add extra verses of all the things that you know around you and you see around you that are blessings too. Those are the things we want to be on the lookout for. And let's celebrate those. Let's celebrate those.
Let's celebrate those
Put them all in the
blessings.
chat. Put them in the chat.
Please comment. Please share your story
right.
with us. Share our story with those of us who are gathered here tonight.
Things we're thankful for. We're thankful for you. We're thankful you're here enjoying this time with us. And we're thankful for all of our wonderful sponsors. What a segue. Our Patreon supporters, our Substack supporters, we couldn't do it without you. We are thankful for all the work that Brad, the Wonder Guy, does for us behind the scenes, editing our videos, putting them out there as podcasts. The Fisher Poetry Archive, check it out. He's got all kinds of wonderful performers out there. Please do check it out. We've got MVTV and our viewers that see us locally on TV here and in Salem, Oregon, CCM. We're thankful for all of you guys. Seriously.
It's so cool.
It's so wonderful. So what a community we have. We're thankful for all of you. And
I also express
all
the
that.
appreciation that it was kind of a surprise to me, actually. I posted a photograph of me, Molly took of me repairing one of the my concertina.
Taking the concertina apart, we got to see the inner workings of the concertina.
This fellow needed some work. The notes was not sounding
Yeah,
very good.
the note wasn't going. It was going.
It was sounding unhappy. So when that happens, you have to. I think surgery is too strong a word, but you have to take it apart. You have to open it up, and there's a photograph on our on my Facebook page.
And I said next time we have to do a whole video of the whole process of it. So please comment if you think that's a cool idea, because wouldn't that be fun to see how he does the whole repair?
I mean, just a full disclosure, I did a little video, a 20-second video.
Not long enough.
I took some heat from her.
Next time, we want before and after.
She also said she wanted to hear the sound of the concertina, what it sounded like
I wanted the
when
sad
it was
note.
unhappy.
That's right. I wanted the sad note and then the happy note.
And then the repair that was made. And I just was
It worked.
so touched by the enormity of the response. Just the photo, not even the video, just the photo. Because there's a link to our Patreon page.
Oh, Connie loved that idea. Yep. Thanks, Connie.
Yeah, so you let folks, it's a lesson for all of us to realize that, people care about how these things work. And
Well, and how many repairing a concertina videos are there out there, right? Somebody's got to fill that little niche, right? I think somebody here could do that. All right, you know what we're going to do
the other
now.
thing is these concertinas, they don't operate on a battery.
Right?
You don't plug them in at night.
You actually can take them apart and repair them.
Repair them. I could do it. Yeah. I mean, I have to learn how to do it.
You do it well. You fixed yours. All right, you know where we're
I'm going
going.
to say something about the concertina and our musical instruments. Her
All right, you
music-
got 20 seconds.
What's that?
Well, it's about
We
time.
got time. We're all right. We're good. I got a minute. I'm going to say that, these musical instruments, and for those of you who have musical instruments and those of you who have kitchen utensils in your house, they last forever if you take care of
If you
them.
take care of them. You get invest in the good ones. Take
I
care
just
of 'em.
I just took a computer to the dump. It was only like 5 years old. It was like expired.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's a
the
sad
operating system was anyhow the magic of this major world we live in today, and musical instruments matter even
Yeah.
more.
Yep. And they're magic because they can do things like this. What we're gonna do right now. Our favorite song. Please sing along.
All I have to do with this guitar is change its strings,
And then it's happy.
and this guitar has been with me since I was in college.
You can see it's been well worn, well loved.
50 years this instrument has been with me.
A lot of stories.
This was my bar guitar when I was a folk singer in New York City. Yeah, there are other folk singers other than Bob Dylan in New York City. When I was a folk singer in New York City, this guitar was my bar guitar because the really nice one sitting over there was concert beautiful, just precious.
You'll have to play your different guitars on the show. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, and the thing is, this fella, 50 years, this fella has gotten older with me.
Sounds
So when I
really
was
good.
in my 20s and I bought this as a brand new guitar in Midtown Manhattan, I had no idea in the moment when we all right in time?
No, we're running out of time.
We're running out of time. Oh my God, we gotta go.
We gotta do it quick.
We'll make another show out of it another time.
That's right. All hands to land the capstan. See the cable running clear. Lead away and clear the little doors. For we do steer rolling home. Ooh, I hear the ship's bell rolling home. Rolling
on Cape Horn one frosty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Tighten those sheets and pull in those halyards. Let her off and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home across. Rolling home. Dear God, one more verse. Many thousand miles behind us, many thousand miles to go. The ocean lifts her waves to us. To that remember the shore. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across. Rolling home to Martha's Vineyard. Rolling home, dear God to me.
Yay! Thank
Thank
you,
you,
everybody,
everyone.
for joining us.
Happy week ahead.
Yay! Thank you all. We love you. Thanks for being such a wonderful community.
Yeah, what a community. They're super.
Super. Sharing the love.
Come all young sailormen, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of the fish in the sea. Blow, ye winds, westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southward, so steady she goes.